What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into this boring episode of Monday Night Raw from June the 3rd, 2024. Oh boy. Triple H has got to do better. So we kick the show off with Liv Morgan. She comes out. She talks about the kiss that she gave Dominik Mysterio last week. She said that she's proud of taking everything from Rhea Ripley and getting rid of her as well as Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan said that kissing Dominik Mysterio was the cherry on top. So Dom comes out. Dominik said that when Rhea comes back, she's going to hurt Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan says that Rhea's probably going to do the same thing to Dominik. Liv Morgan says to Dom, how long is he going to continue to keep lying to himself? Dominik says he didn't come out to help Becky Lynch. He came out to be closer to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan said that's okay because she meant what she said when she said she wanted to take everything from Rhea Ripley. And that includes Dominik Mysterio. So, Liv Morgan starts flirting with Dom and everything else for playing with his hair and everything else. Then Finn Balor comes out. He breaks it all up. Says that he doesn't approve of any of this, and neither does the rest of Judgment Day. And then Liv Morgan asks if he doesn't. What if Dominik Mysterio doesn't want to go? And what if? Yeah, that's what she said. Liv Morgan says she'll leave for now, and that was it. And then before she left the ring, she was playing with Dominik Mysterio's hair and trying to seduce him. So this is fine, I guess. So this makes sense. Again, I'm not really all that excited about this storyline. Liv is decent, but it is what it is because Liv Morgan, I don't know, man. I'm just ready for this whole Judgment Day saga to end. It's been going on for way too long. We need to see the end of Judgment Day. Hopefully, Rhea Ripley can come back either by Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. Preferably Money in the Bank, but it all depends. But this was okay, I guess. Moving on. So, Sheamus is backstage with Jackie Redmond. Sheamus says that he's really pumped to get into the ring with Ludwig Kaiser. So, Ludwig Kaiser then attacks Sheamus from behind. Sheamus thought that he was Gunther's annoying mouthpiece. Now, Sheamus thinks that Ludwig might be held back by Gunther. And he says that Kaiser gets a chance to see if he can go toe-to-toe with Sheamus. Sheamus says he's on the cusp of 15 years in the WWE. Sheamus has always wondered if the fella came across the ring, if he could gain his respect. To do that, you need to put on banger after banger after banger. So, Sheamus has been attacked by Ludwig from behind. This leads us into our first match of the night with Ludwig Kaiser defeating Sheamus. And a pretty decent match. Ludwig won via just kicking Sheamus in the leg, and Sheamus falls off the apron into the 1, 2, 3. So this is fine. It makes sense. I enjoy this match. It's a pretty little fun thing. I think that Ludwig on his own kicks ass, and this is great. I do think that he'll be really solid when his time comes. I do think that I could even see him being World Heavyweight Champion one day. Ludwig is really good, though. I like him. Moving on. So, more Judgment Day nonsense. So, Finn Balor's backstage. He's warning Dominik Mysterio not to play with fire. Jay McDonough is there as well. So, Damian Priest comes in. He wants to know what's going on. Finn Balor says everything is handled. Damian Priest asked about Rhea Ripley. And Dom said he's giving her some space, but everything is fine. So Damian Priest hopes that it works out and that Dom makes things right with Rhea. Damian Priest says they've had enough trouble. Tonight, it's time to settle some scores. and remind everyone why the Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw. Okay, this is fine, but again, can we please break up Judgment Day? I'm sick of this shit. Moving on, so Ricochet is backstage. He's in the locker room. His ribs are taped. So Ilya comes in and says they're both people who live under... No, my bad. Ilya comes in and says they're both people who live to the limit. Ricochet says that they're wired differently. Braun Breaker forgets that. If Dragunov wants to finish this, Ricochet's happy to do so. But it won't happen until he slaps that fake 10 off of Braun Breaker. Okay, this is fine. Moving on. So we get a video package involving Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee says every match and opportunity he has to step to the ring, he'll show there's no one else like him. Dragon Lee will be ready and he'll do what he always has done. The rest will follow. Dragon Lee says he'll be a legend. There's only one Dragon Lee and he's going to set the world on fire. Okay, why isn't Dragon Lee still back in NXT? What the fuck? Dragon Lee has been a flop on the main roster because of Triple H. Triple H does not know how to utilize Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee should have still stayed in NXT until Triple H has some solid plans for Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is good. I like Dragon Lee, but Triple H does not know what the fuck he's doing with Dragon Lee. And it's the same thing with Braun Breaker. It's the same thing with Ilya and others. Moving on. So this leads us into Dragon Lee versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor defeats Dragon Lee via the coup de grace with the involvement of JD McDonough. Moving on. So post-match, Carlito comes out to attack Dragon Lee. Braun Strowman comes out to make the save along with Rey Mysterio. And Strowman came out and JD McDonough hauled ass. Moving on. So, more Judgment Day stuff. Damian Priest is backstage along with the rest of Judgment Day. He's hoping that the Braun Strowman situation will be cleared up by now. Damian Priest tells Carlito if he wants to prove his worth, he can go to Adam Pearce and make a match with Strowman. So Carlito is worried about that. So R-Truth comes in along with The Miz. Says to Carlito that the days have been part of the Judgment Day were the best days of his life, even though it was a roller coaster that keeps kicking you. The Miz says that can't be. R-Truth says Miz is obsessed with Judgment Day, and then he walks off. Alright, I don't understand this shit. Again, I'm ready for R-Truth and The Miz to cough up those tag team championships. Like, please. I wish the R-Truth was in NXT. I really do. Moving on. Sami Zayn is out next. So, Sami Zayn says that he's tired of Chad Gable talking crap to Otis. He said this game between them two, between the two of them, has gone on long enough. So, Sami Zayn says he has a proposal for Chad Gable to come out with Alpha Academy so they can put an end to all of it. So, Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Kurosawa, they all come out. So, basically, she said that Chad Gable wants everyone to redeem themselves. So, basically, Maxine Dupree said that Chad Gable, is tired of the Alpha Academy failing. Like, everybody involved from Otis to Kurosawa and Maxine Dupree. So, Sami Zayn then says that he proposes a match to take place at Clash at the Castle. And then Sami Zayn gets on the mic and says that they need to start standing up for themselves, and aren't they tired of the abuse? I mean, the abuse that Chad Gable is giving them every single week. So Chad Gable comes out. He attacks Sami Zayn. So he beats down Sami Zayn. Then Akira Tozawa and Otis and them, they all step back. And then Chad Gable slaps Otis. He also tells Maxine Dupree to get on her knees and to beg for forgiveness. And Sami Zayn comes back. They have a little fight scene. And then Otis is still conflicted and everything else. And then he ends up hitting Sami Zayn with the world's strongest slam. And this is fine. So we're still getting more of the Chad Gable and Otis feud. Makes sense. This makes sense. I'm pretty sure that come Clash at the Castle, Sami Zayn will lose to Chad Gable. It makes the most sense. You could have Otis defeat Chad Gable at either Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. That's probably where this is all leading. Moving on. So, Adam Pearce was watching what happened to Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. So Braun Breaker comes in. He says that he would break Sami Zayn in half. Braun Breaker congratulates Adam Pearce on giving him real competition. Pearce says that Ricochet asked for the match. He knows the meaning of the word respect. Braun Breaker says he'll teach Pearce and Ricochet about respect because he wasn't put in the ring, the King of the Ring tournament. No one can hold him back. Okay. Again, I think Braun's main goal is to go after the IC title, but that'll have to be put on hold for a while because he's already going to mix it up with Ilya Dragunov for a little bit. Moving on. So, the Alpha Academy, they're backstage. So, Chad Gable comes in. He tells everybody that they did a great job and everything else. And Chad Gable says that he's proud of everybody. And then he kisses Otis on the cheek and calls him his number one guy. Okay. Braun Breaker defeats Ricochet in an okay little match. It went on a little bit too long for my liking. Ricochet got a little bit too much offense in, but hey, it's the fucking Triple H era where small guys can go 15 minutes with, big guys like Braun Breaker. But now this match went about probably a good 8 minutes or whatever. Ilya Dragunov came out to make the save because Braun was going to continue to beat the shit out of Ricochet, but Ilya made the save. So I guess they're going for Braun and Dragunov, which is fine. Or we could get like a triple threat match. I hope not, but we'll see where it all goes. Moving on. So Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega, they come up to Dragon Lee. Rey Mysterio says that Dragon Lee did a good job out there. If it wasn't for Carlito, he would have been successful. Carlito has gotten a lot away from Dragon Lee. Has taken a lot from Dragon Lee. So, Rey Mysterio promises Dragon Lee will get his payback. First, they have to take care of the Judgment Day. Rey Mysterio is aiming for the hand with Damian Priest. Damian Priest thinks that the Judgment Day runs Raw, but it doesn't include La Raza or the LWO. Rey Mysterio will personally deliver the message to Damian Priest, man to man, face to face, with the greatest power. Alright. That's fine. Moving on. Jackie Redman's backstage with my girl, Kiana James. Kiana James says that Natalya is one of the most accomplished superstars in WWE history. She puts over Adam Pearce. To beat the quote-unquote boat would keep her in the 1%. So, Kiana James defeats Natalya via the 401k. Kiana James is pretty cool. Hopefully they can get her a feud for a while. I wish they had like a mid-card title on the main roster for the women, but they don't. So, I don't know. I'm guessing they need to continue to build up Kiana James, I hope. She's a decent little talent. Moving on. So, more Karrion Kross New Day shit. So, Kathy Kelly asked New Day about Karrion Kross, attempts to break them up. Kofi and Xavier says it won't work. So, Karrion Kross comes up and says their chants don't hit the same. The power positivity is dead. Kingston says they still hit hard. The Office of Pain will find out tonight. The the hard way. So Kofi Kingston walks off. Karrion Kross tells Xavier Woods he won't have to follow Kingston around after tonight. Karrion Kross tells Xavier Woods to trust him. I don't give a damn about this. Karrion Kross needs to either be back in NXT or go to another company. But I would prefer him back on NXT. Moving on. So Natalya, she's dejectedly walking around. Sonya Deville walks up to her and asks if she's ready to talk. Natalya says she is, because enough is enough and it's time for a change. So then Sonya Deville walks up to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, and they want to be left alone. I wanted to barf because you guys know I despise both Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler is a little bit better than Zoe Stark, but Zoe Stark is shitty. Moving on. So Braun Strowman defeated Carlito. So post-match, the Judgment Day beat the shit out of Braun Strowman, which is weird as fuck. Because Braun Strowman should have had to spread all four guys, that being Finn Balor, Carlito, Dom, and JD McDonough. But Liv Morgan came out to still seduce Dom. Alright, this is fine, I guess. I don't know, man. Again, I don't give a damn about Judgment Day. Moving on. So, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, they came out next. Bianca says it's been a minute since she's been on the Raw brand. Now she's representing the tag team titles. They'll show up and show out on Raw and SmackDown. Jade Cargill says they got a special invitation to Raw, and they come to collect. Since Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark ran their mouths, they can say it to their faces. So Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, they come out to the ring. Stark sarcastically says their shot they came. It's been a while since the tag titles were on Raw. Bianca and Jade have been ducking and dodging them. Not really. They both suck. That being Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Bianca just laughs it off. So Baszler says they should be scared of them. Once they get their title match, they'll send them packing to SmackDown. Cargill says they can give people what they want right here and right now. So Adam Pearce comes out, makes the match official. So Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, they defeat Shayna Baszler. No, they don't defeat them at all. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they came out and broke it's now a DQ. Oh God, this sucks. So I'm guessing they're gonna do at Clash of the Castle a triple threat match. Am I right? I'm willing to bet money on it. This sucks. Why couldn't we just have a quick little tag match and then post match Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are attacked by Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on. So, Kathy Kelly is backstage with Damian Priest. Damian Priest says the Judgment Day has had a good night and it feels right. As for Rey Mysterio, he's been a thorn in their sides for a while. He'll close the door on Dom's father tonight. Kathy Kelly asked about Liv Morgan. So Drew McIntyre walks up before Damian Priest couldn't even say anything. Drew McIntyre tells Damian Priest to enjoy this because this is as high as he'll get in the industry. Drew McIntyre said he wanted to believe in Damian Priest, but he made it personal. And then a CM Punk chant breaks out. Moving on. So Jey Uso apparently has summer plans. So Jey Uso says that last year in Money in the Bank, it was the Bloodline Civil War. Uso lost his brothers and a cousin, but he knew one day he would fight on his own. Jay knew that he wasn't the right-hand man to anyone. He knew day one he could be the main event. So Jey Uso has one more plan this summer. He's going to climb the top of the ladder, snatch the briefcase, and become Mr. Money in the Bank. That's cool. Should be interesting, I guess. Moving on. Laura Valkyria is backstage. She talks about Becky Lynch. Laura Valkyria said that she's disappointed, but she knows that Becky Lynch will come back better than ever. That's how real winning is done. something Liv Morgan knows nothing about. Kathy Kelly talks about how much Becky Lynch helped Lyra. So how is she going to go on without her? Lyra says that she'll be fine. She wants to win Money in the Bank. And then EO Sky attacks Lyra. And she throws her into a metal garage door, which is cool. So this is interesting. Moving on. So the Authors of Pain, they defeat the New Day. And then post-match, Karrion Kross shouts to Xavier Woods to drop Kofi Kingston. Moving on. So Jackie Redmond, well, actually, no. I don't care about this New Day Final Testament shit. It's boring. Moving on. So Jackie Redmond catches up with Alba Fire and Aladon backstage. Alba Fire and Aladon said that they don't like that Clash of the Castle could happen without them. So they want the titles there. So that might happen. Who really gives a shit? Main event, Damian Priest defeats Rey Mysterio with the help of the Judgment Day. Post-match, Drew McIntyre comes out. They have a little fight scene. And then Drew is chokeslammed through the announce table. And Judgment Day stands tall. And we go off the air. So that was Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. It was okay. It could have been a lot better. Again, same cast of characters. Yada, yada, yada. Triple H needs to do better. I'm bored. Like, I'm really bored watching this show. Not a good show, man. But hey, everybody loves Triple H. Not really, though. Again, Triple H needs to do better. And he's just moving at a snail's pace. I doubt things won't pick up until either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. Probably both Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. You know, they're just trying to get through Clash at the Castle next week. So, we'll see how that goes. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Not really much to talk about. Not really all that excited about anything. The Judgment Day stuff is still a bore. I'll be glad when Drew McIntyre becomes world champion. He should. Because his feud with CM Punk should start at Money in the Bank. And it should continue through SummerSlam and end sometime in the fall. So that's what I would do. Hopefully Triple H does that, but we'll see how it all plays out. So what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.